Hello my dear students, so once again I welcome you all to Misostudy. So what we were discussing, we were talking about the chapter that is Anatomy of Flowering Plant. Anatomy means the study of internal structure and flowering plant, for example the angiosperms. Till now we have studied the different kind of tissues which are present in the angiosperms. We have started from the simple kind of tissues. Instead we were talking about the meristematic tissues. We have already discussed the type of tissues like what are parenchymatous tissues, what are sclerenchymatous, what are collenchymatous tissues. We have discussed that. And students, this is very important. You should have a clear idea where exactly these are present, what is the function of these, whether they are live, whether they are not live. Do they have nucleus or they do not have the nucleus? Similarly, when we were discussing about the simple type and the complex type, in the simple type we have discussed a certain different type of the tissues. So, and even in the complex type, I was in the just previous 2 to 3 sessions we were discussing about the complex type of tissues, and complex type of tissues, as the name indicates, means a complexity can be seen. That means they are not made up of a single type of cells, they are made up of multiple types of cells which are having a same kind of origin. Similarly, we have discussed the xylem and the phloem. Now students, what is your first duty? Your first duty is to watch the lectures again and again, because at a stretch you cannot learn all those things, you cannot keep all those things in your mind, and these are very important, because according to the last year data, 2 to 3 questions they definitely come from this chapter only. And most of these questions, they are like whether this type of tissues they have, this type of tissue they are not have, and the most of the questions are on examples. Write that examples again and again and again, right? And even follow the modules which we have given you. Do follow that, because in that you will get a brief idea about the everything, and what is important for your NEET, that is already there in those modules. So we were talking about the anatomy of flowering plants. So the chapter is Anatomy of Flowering Plants. So we have discussed about the simple type of tissues, the complex type of tissues. In this class, we will be talking about the vascular bundles. Now listen to this very carefully. We are discussing, let's write the topic, vascular bundles. Vascular bundles, as the name indicates, it means the vascular tissues they have, those conducting tissues they have. For example, these vascular bundles, they composed of xylem, phloem and the cambium. In the vascular bundle, in the types of vascular bundle, we will be talking about how they are arranged, because when we will be talking about the TS of root, dicot root, monocot root, TS of monocot stem, dicot stem, then I'll be giving you certain terms like this is the root is of the xylem is of, or the vascular bundle is of collateral type, they are of conjoint type, or they are open type, they are closed type. So these are the different types that I will be discussing, because before going in detail, before talking about this monocot and the dicot, I want to tell you about what are these collateral, because at that time I will not be explaining all those things, right? So you should have a clear idea. In the vascular bundles, we have already discussed about the phloem and the xylem. So what are vascular bundles? These are arrangement of xylem and phloem. Now, how they are arranged, whether the phloem is present in the periphery or the phloem is present in the center, or in between, do they have cambium or they do not have cambium. We have discussed the internal structure of these xylem. Let's talk about the xylem first. In the xylem, I have told you they are the conducting element and they help in conduction of the water and the mineral, and there is only one direction of the movement of the water, that is the upward, right? Because the movement of the water, they start from the roots and they go towards a different part of the plant. This is a unidirectional flow of the water. In the xylem, the 4 type of xylem, the 4 major type of xylem we have studied, like we have vessels, we have tracheates. Similarly, the this xylem parenchyma and the xylem fibers we have studied. The different structures they have, and out of these which is important for the conduction. In what stages this is present, in what stages this xylem parenchyma is present, in what stages the xylem fiber is present. Similarly, we have talked about the phloem. Phloem means they help in conduction of the food, right? That means a food conduction occur. Food is prepared with the help of photosynthesis, and they are synthesized where? They are synthesized in the leaves, in the mesophyll cells, because their synthesis occur with the help of photosynthesis. Now what will happen? The food is synthesized, and those food which is synthesized, majorly the transport of these food, they start from the leaves and they go to the different part. Even they go to the roots also, because roots also need energy, and this transport occur with because of the which material? Sucrose. The transport occur in the form of sucrose. So this is a difference. In human being, in our cases, the transport occur in case of in the form of a glucose, but in case of the plant, the transport occur in form of the sucrose. Similarly, in the phloem, we have talked about the different types of the phloem on the basis of the structure. We have started, we have done this the same kind like phloem parenchyma. We have sclerites are present, different type of sclerites. We have studied the different type of vessels. We have studied the fibers, and the parenchyma we have studied, right? So this is the different type of arrangement of the xylem and the phloem. In the xylem, we have discussed about the two other type, which is called as a protoxylem and the metaxylem. Because I will be using those words, so I want to give you one brief idea. Protoxylem, it's a part of the primary xylem, and this is formed first during the course of the development. Similarly, the metaxylem is that xylem which is formed during the later in the development. How they are arranged, whether the protoxylem is present in the center or the metaxylem is present in the center, depending upon that, I have given you certain conditions like exarch and endarch condition. Understand this very carefully. Let's talk about the endarch condition. Endarch means, how to remember this? Endo means inside. That means the protoxylem is inside, whereas this metaxylem is present towards the periphery. This is endarch condition. Let's talk about the exarch condition. Exarch and the exarch condition, that means protoxylem is present towards the periphery. So just focus on the protoxylem. Endo means inside and exo means towards the outside. This is how you can remember. In the vascular bundles, this is the one type of the tissues. This is present in the vascular type of tissues. Similarly, different type of the tissues, they are also present. Starting from the epidermal tissue system. Epidermal, outermost surface. For example, we have the trichomes, we have a hair cells, and we have very good examples such as a root cells, right? Sorry, root hairs which are present on the root, which increases the absorption of the water. Second type of tissue system we have is the, let's talk about this ground tissue system. Ground tissue system is hypodermis, and all this pith, medullary rays, they come in the hypodermal tissue system or ground tissue system. The third we have is a vascular tissue system. In the vascular tissue system we have is a vascular bundles, which has a xylem as well as phloem. Now let's talk about the vascular bundles. They have a vascular tissue system, vascular tissue system. Now in this we will be talking about the arrangement of the xylem, phloem, and that can be a protoxylem, metaxylem, protoxylem and metaxylem. Similarly, phloem, similarly cambium. So we will be talking about how these different type of vascular tissues they are arranged. Let's talk about the first type of arrangement, which is called as a radial type of arrangement. Type of arrangement we have the majorly the three type of arrangement we have. The major type is a radial type, Radial type. Radial type of arrangement is that arrangement in which the xylem and the phloem, they are not present in the same radii, rather than they are present in the different radii. And we have many examples of these radial as well. Similarly, we have second example called as a collateral type. Collateral type. Third we have is a concentric type. So these are the three type of arrangement that we will be talking about. First is a radial arrangement. Second, collateral. Collateral is further divided into the conjoint, bicollateral, etc. So this is a collateral type. Third one is a concentric. Concentric means having a same what we call it as having the same point from where we can draw the circle. I don't remember the name that you use in your mathematics. So we have that same point and we have the different diameters of the circle. So this is called as a concentric type. Let's first start with the radial type. Radial type of vascular bundles, that means the xylem and the phloem, they are not present in the same radii. Not present in same radii. That means they are arranged at different position. Present at different position. Different position. This is called as a radial type of vascular bundles. Now, what exactly this radial type of vascular bundles look like? Suppose this is in a diagram of a vascular bundle. In this vascular bundles, we know that the xylem and the phloems, they are present. Suppose the xylem, they are present like this. Xylem is present towards this side, and suppose the phloem is present at this positions. Now tell me one thing, this type of condition, because they are having, the position is different along the different radii. Can you see that? So on the basis, we have divided these vascular bundle on the basis of their different radii. They are not present at the same position. So this is called as a radial type of vascular bundle. And this is the most common type. Radial type of vascular bundle. Now let's talk about the examples of this. For example, they are present in the roots of dicot, monocot, dicot, monocot, gymnosperms, even they are also present in the fern rhizomes. Fern rhizome. Now tell me one thing, as we know, they are present in majority of the roots, but we have certain exceptions also. Like in case of the radish, this type of arrangement cannot be seen. For example, turnip also, this kind of arrangement cannot be seen. Let's talk about the exception now. Exceptions such as radish, carrot, radish, carrot, these type, the collateral type of arrangement can be seen. So this is the first type, that means xylem and phloem are not present in the same radii, they are present at the different position. And the example we have is the roots of dicot, monocot, gymnosperm, fern, rhizomes. Exception, radish, carrots, in this the collateral type. Rather than more precisely, I can write conjoint type. Conjoint type of arrangement can be seen. This was the first type. Now let's talk about the second type. Second type of arrangement we have discussed, that is called as a conjoint type, collateral type, bicollateral type. We will be discussing that. So in the radial type, I have told you that there is no proper arrangement of this xylem and the phloem. In this, what happens is that the phloem is present in the periphery and the xylem is present towards the center, that means towards the pith. In this type, they are present in the same radii. Earlier in radial, they were not present in the same radii. Let's talk about the conjoint type. Conjoint type of vascular bundles. Now, what are conjoint type? That means xylem and phloem, they are present in same radii. Same radii. This conjoint type is further divided into the two types, that is collateral type and the bicollateral type. So let's talk about the types. It is of two type of arrangement can be seen. So, two type of arrangement, first is called as a collateral type and second is called as a bicollateral type. In the collateral type, first let's discuss about the collateral type. The phloem is present towards the periphery and the xylem is present towards the center. This is a collateral type. Even in this collateral type, what happens is that suppose the phloem is present towards the periphery and the xylem is present in the center. It has further two arrangement. Normally we see that, so normally it is written everywhere, the vascular bundles is of open collateral type, it is of closed collateral type. Now how you can define these two words? In the open collateral type, that means outermost we have phloem, in the inner I have this xylem. In between, suppose this cambium is present. Now this is called as an open type. If cambium is not present, this is called as a closed type. Let's talk about in the collateral type it is written, we can write over here, that means phloem is present in periphery. Phloem is present in the periphery. In this also, the phloem is present in the periphery. Now, what are the difference in the arrangement can be seen? In this we have xylem, one xylem and the one phloem. So, one xylem, one phloem, in the bicollateral type we have two phloem and the two this center was cambium. Primary phloem, secondary phloem, and 2 cambium we have. In this, they are present like this. In the outermost region, we have this phloem present. Similarly, on the second part, we have phloem is present. Then we have cambium, similarly cambium. In between, in the center line, we have is a xylem. This type of arrangement is called as a bicollateral type. Now, let's discuss first about this collateral type. We are discussing collateral type. Collateral type of arrangement. In the collateral type, I have told you that first of all, they have phloem and the xylem and the cambium are present. Depending upon the presence and absence of cambium, that is of 2 types. Open collateral type, closed collateral type. Now, let's understand this. Let's write this first. So, in the open collateral type, we have is the xylem and phloem, they both are present, and the phloem is present in periphery. Is present in periphery. So in the center, we have is a xylem. In center, xylem is present. Now, the very important, the third point of this open collateral type is that the cambium is present in between xylem and phloem. Cambium is present in the xylem and the phloem. Now let's talk about rest. All are same in this case. Phloem is present in the periphery. The center we have is a xylem, and in this case the cambium is not present. Cambium is not present. Now let's understand this open and the collateral type with the help of a diagram. So I am rubbing these points. Suppose this is a vascular bundle. This is a vascular bundles. Similarly, vascular bundle. I have just written the main points. Rest all are same as that of the collateral that we have discussed. So they have a cambium. So in this case, in the centermost region, we have the cambium. Above we have is a phloem, that means towards the periphery, and then we have is a xylem. This is how they are arranged. Similarly, we have outermost we have is a phloem. We have is a xylem. No cambium is present in between. This make it different from the this open and the closed type, the presence or absence of the cambium. In this type of condition, in this type, the centrifugal type of condition can be seen, which is called as a end-arc type of condition. Now, what are end-arc type of condition? We have discussed that. And in end-arc type of condition, the protoxylem is present in the center and the metaxylem is present towards the periphery. So, let's write about the collateral type. In the collateral type, we can see the end-arc condition endark condition can be seen, and this endark condition, moreover, the vascular bundle arrangement is centrifugal. Centrifugal, very important, and dark condition. That means the protoxylem is present in the center, metaxylem is present towards the periphery. This was the collateral type, the first type. Come at this side, we have discussed about this collateral type, in which we have talked about the open type and the closed type. Let's talk about the collateral type of arrangement. Or I want to give you certain examples of these as well. When we talk about the open collateral type, hope you have written this. In the open collateral type, the examples are the stem of dicot and gymnosperm. Dicot and gymnosperm. Let's talk about the examples of these closed type. For example, we have an example such as a monocot stem and leaf of angiosperm. Leaf of angiosperm. This is the second type, collateral type. Let's discuss about bicollateral type. As I've told you, in bicollateral we have two phloem and the two cambium. Now, what is the position of these vascular bundles in bicollateral type? In this type, let's first look at the arrangement. Suppose this is a vascular bundle. I have drawn this type of structure so that you can get to know whether which is present towards the periphery. Mainly the phloem is present towards the periphery. So we have a phloem present over here. Similarly, the phloem is also present towards this side, right? Then we have the another structure, cambium, and in between we have is a xylem. Out of the two cambium, the outermost cambium, they are functional, whereas the innermost, they are not functional. So, let's talk about the arrangement of these, and this is present in stem of Cucurbitaceae family. So, outermost we have this, this is a phloem, first phloem, this is a second phloem, in the center we have this xylem, and this is a first cambium, this is a second cambium. Such type of arrangement is called as a bicollateral type. So, in this what happens is that two xylems they surround, two phloems surrounds the xylem. two phloem surround xylem and which is also surrounded by cambium. Two cambium. Out of these, the outer cambium is more functional. More functional. Let's talk about the examples. Similarly, in this case also the dark condition can be seen. For example, the examples is the Cucurbitaceae family and stem. In those stem we can see such type of condition. This is called as a bicollateral type. Now we are done with the second type called as a bicollateral collateral conjoint type. Let's talk about the third type, which is called as a concentric type. Let's come at this side. We have discussed the conjoint type of vascular bundle. Hope you are clear with this vascular type, this conjoint type. Let's discuss about the concentric vascular bundle. Concentric means the center point is same, or moreover you can write that we have one xylem and the one phloem. I'm not saying that only one xylem is present. Xylem are present in n number. Even in this case, I have written the two xylems are present. No, actually it's not the exact case. Only one xylem vessel is present, but two xylem. Actually, they are present in two bundles over there. One bundle is present towards this side and another bundle is present towards that side. So do not get confused that only a single vessel is present that help in translocation of the food, water and so on. Do not get confused about that. So we are discussing the concentric vascular bundle. In the earlier type, we have discussed that the phloem is present towards the periphery. But in this case, sometimes the phloem is present in the periphery, sometimes the xylem is present in the periphery. Sometimes xylem is present towards the periphery. Now let's talk about the types of these on the basis of this arrangement of the xylem and the phloem. Types of concentric vascular bundle. It is of two types further. The first type is called as amphicribral. Amphicribral. In the amphicribral type of vascular bundle, I have told you the two conditions are there. Sometimes phloem is present towards the periphery and sometimes xylem is present towards the periphery. In this, the xylem is present towards the center, the phloem is present towards the periphery. Such type of condition is called as a amphicribral. Xylem present in the center and phloem in periphery. Phloem is present in the periphery. Now let's look at the condition, how they are present. Suppose this is a vascular bundle. In this vascular bundle, we have the phloem present over here and the xylem is present towards the center. Like this type of arrangement is called as a amphicribral type of arrangement, right? And this, for example, the very good example we have, for example, in the case of the fern rhizome. Fern rhizome. Now, In this case, the another type of arrangement can be seen which is called as a centrifugal and the centripetal type, and we have discussed that. So, centripetal and centrifugal. Now tell me one thing, this type of arrangement is called as, this is called as a mesarc type of arrangement. Mesarc type of arrangement, right? Let's talk about the second type which is called as amphivasal. Amphivasal is also called as a leptocentric. Leptocentric. In this condition, how at this xylem and phloem they are arranged. In this case, condition, the xylem is present in the center towards the pith, the phloem is present towards the periphery. In this case, the condition is little opposite, the phloem is present in the center and xylem is present towards the periphery. So, I am just writing phloem center and xylem is present in periphery. Right, and we have an example for example Dracaena and Yucca. For example, Dracaena for example, the stem of Dracaena and Yucca. So, these are the two examples, right. In this case, the earlier case, the mesarc condition can be seen. In this case, the endarc condition can be seen. Endarc condition can be seen, that means the protoxylem is present in the center and metaxylem is present in the periphery. So, this type of arrangement is also called as centrifugal. Centrifugal. This is a amphivasal type, earlier it was amphicrebal type. So, this was the third type of vascular bundle called as a concentric vascular bundle. The first we have talked about the radial type, that means they are not present in the same radii. Second, we have talked about this concentric vascular bundle, further it is of two type, right. And second, we have talked about the conjoint type of vascular bundle. The conjoint type, in this conjoint type we have discussed about the collateral type and bicollateral type. So, these are the different type of arrangement on the basis whether the which type of vascular bundle is present towards outside or inside and so on, right. So, these are the different words which are very important, I must say, because in the subsequent classes we will be talking about how they are arranged in case of the monocot or the dicot, because I have given you already given you certain examples, right. So, do learn all those examples, and you can also learn all those examples when we will be talking about the exact structure, and that I will be giving you, okay, this mesarc condition can be seen. We will be able to see the exact diagram, how they are arranged, how this protoxylem, metaxylem, how they are arranged. So, now we are done with the basic introductory class when we have discussed about the different type of arrangement of the vascular bundle. So, students, this is all about the today's class. Before watching the next subsequent lecture, do one thing, revise this again and again, because I will be using these words again and again. I won't explain you this is a collateral type and definition is this thing, examples are this thing. I am not going to explain all those things again and again. Revise this very carefully, then watch the next lecture. So, till then, take care, goodbye. Thank you so much, students, for watching this.